This is good sound waves.
Whatever sounds good.
I'm going to start off with a little fiddle tune called Billy in the Low Ground. Thank you so much. That's going to be some of my set today, some fiddle tunes, some bluegrass, some folk music. So if you're not here for that, please stay. This next song is played many ways in the bluegrass community, but I like to play it the way Doc Watson played it. It's a song called Sitting on Top of the World. I like the way the Doc played it. I'm not going to play it the way the Doc played it. I'm going to play the way that I play it, but just know that I like Doc's version of it, and that's the starting point for it. Was in the spring, one sunny day, my sweetheart left me, Lord, she went away, and now she's gone, and I don't worry, Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. She called me up down in El Paso, said, come back, Daddy, ooh, I need you so. And now she's gone, and I don't worry, Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. Like my peaches, don't you shake my tree, and get out of my orchard, let my peaches be. And now she's gone, and I don't worry, Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. She come here running, holding out your hand. I'll find me a woman like you got your man. And now she's gone, and I don't worry, Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. 'Cause in the spring, one sunny day, my sweetheart left me, Lord, she went away. Now she's gone, and I don't worry, Lord, I'm sitting on top of the world. Thank you so much. This is great. To some of my friends that are here, my new friends that are here. Shout out to Dustin with Good Sound Waves, making me sound real nice. That's all his doing. None of it is me. This is all smoke and mirrors up here, as you can see. I'm gonna do an old Stanley Brothers tune. Stone walls and steel bars and love on my mind. I'm a 3-time loser and I'm long gone this time. Jealousy has took my young life, all for the love of another man's wife. I've known it's coming, I've known all the time. No more stone walls, steel bars, are you on my mind? Stone walls and steel bars and love on my mind. I'm a 3-time loser and I'm long gone this time. Old Grey Ward in dark Frisco Bay, and guards all around me leading my way. But I've seen it coming, it's the end of the line. No more stone walls or steel bars, are you on my mind? Stone walls and steel bars and love on my mind. I'm a 3-time loser and I'm long gone this time. I'm a 3-time loser and I'm long gone this time. I'm a 3-time loser and I'm long gone this time. Thank you so much. I've got a couple songs that I've written. I'm not really primarily a songwriter because it's really hard to do and enjoy the songs that you come up with. So much so that you want to play it from other people. So, a lot of my music is just going through the archives of things that I like or things that get stuck in my head for months on end. Every kind of Stanley Brothers song that sings songs like that, where there's just these big high choruses, those ones I kind of get hooked on, and eventually they make their way into my set. So I'm gonna play a couple more, but I will play a couple originals that I have as well that I'm excited to share with y'all. This song is about hanging around, doing some fun stuff, going to jail for it. Way downtown, just fooling around, took me to the jail. It's so me and it's so mine, got no one to go my bail. It was late last night when Willie came home, I heard him rapping on the door, and slipping and sliding with his new shoes on. Pop said, Willie, don't you rap no more. It's way downtown, just fooling around, took me to the jail. It's so me and it's so mine, no one to go my bail. Wish I was over at my sweet Sally's house, sitting in that big armchair, with one arm around this old guitar and the other one around my dear. Sits way downtown, just fooling around, took me to the jail. It's so me and it's so mine, got no one to go shirt is about all I got, and $1 is all that I crave. Brought nothing with me into this old world, ain't gonna take nothing to my grave. This way downtown, just fooling around, took me to the jail. It's so me and it's so mine, got no one to go my bail. So it's way downtown, just fooling around, took me to the jail. It's so me and it's so mine, got no one to go my bail. Thank you so much. What will the birds do while they're in the spring? Will they gather the crumbs around our door? Will they fly from the nest in the top of the tree and ask why Joe wanders out no more? What will the kitten do, mother all alone? Will he stray from his frolic for a day? Will he lie on the rug beside my bed like he did before I went away? What will Thomas the old gardener do? Ask him for flowers for me. Will he give you a rose he has tended with care, fairest while it lies around the tree? And I saw tears come into his honest eyes, said it was the wind that brought him there. He gazed on my cheeks, growing paler each day, his hand trembled over my hair. Mother, my little dog, no, let him mourn for me too, and keep him no blind, and the older he grows, sleeping the whole summer through. Show him my coat, mother, so he may know his master then will be dead, and speak to him kindly and often of Joe, pat him on his brown shaggy head. Dearest mother, she missed me for a while. Heaven I shall no larger grow. And many a kind angel you meet at the gate and take you to your darling little Joe. Thank you. Raining here this morning. I sit in jail and I hang my head in shame. A smile I try to greet each early dawning. They've given me a number for my name. Many little raindrops keep falling close to me, makes the England rivers as muddy as can be. It's raining here this morning, while the Mississippi flows unto the sea. Wish that I could see my little darling, hold her in my arms just as before. I used to tell her every day I loved her, now she doesn't love me anymore. She knew that I was guiltless of this one crime, said she'd be waiting there for me. She has found somewhere else to wander, where the Mississippi flows onto the sea. just as weary as can be. Wish that I could follow all the raindrops down the Mississippi toward the Silver Sea. There's no way to prove I'm not guilty, so I'll have to suffer all the shame. Go and tell her for me, little raindrops, they've given me a number for my name. It's raining, raining, raining here this morning. It's raining, raining, raining here this morning. I sit in jail and I hang my head in shame. A smile I try to greet each early dawning. They've given me a number for my name. Many little raindrops keep falling close to me. Makes the streams and rivers as muddy as can be. It's raining, raining, raining here this morning, where the Mississippi flows onto the sea. Thank you so much. So this song that I'm gonna play is a song I wrote. My wife had a baby. My wife and I had a baby in December. She's here with us tonight, and she's kind of the whole reason that I started playing out again. It's been like 5 or 6 years since I played shows, mostly in like punk bands, so very similar to this. And having her was kind of like, dude, get out of there. Go play, go have fun. And playing an acoustic guitar is really nice because she can come to my shows and, you know, listen along. But this is a song I wrote for her. I brought the lyrics with me just so I don't mess them up, but this is a song called My Baby. Falling asleep inside of my arms, about the sweetest thing you could do. And I don't know anyone else that fits there quite like you do. Your eyes would get heavy and you'd float away. I would just sit there forever, I'd stay, counting the sheep or the cows or the horses, whatever it takes to keep things this way. My baby, my sweet little love. My baby, my sweet little love. Falling asleep inside of my arms, about the sweetest thing you could do. Except if you call me Daddy or Papa, then I swear I'll never be blue. My angel, my baby, my darling, my dear. When you get lonely, I'll always be near. The storms go rolling and rolling on through, so let go of fear and you know what to do. My baby, my sweet little love. My baby, my sweet little love. And this is the end of the short little song. I guess you could say it's not very long. Baby, by now you're deep in a dreamland, riding on waves as big as the sun. Baby, by now you're deep in a dreamland, sailing on waves as big as the sun. Baby, by now you're deep in a dreamland, sliding around and having some fun. My baby, my sweet little love. My baby, my sweet little love. My baby. Sweet little love. I saw Adam leave the garden with an apple in his hand. Said, now you're out, what are you gonna do? Plant some crops and pray for rain, maybe raise a little cane. I'm an orphan now and I'm only passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I saw Jesus on the cross, on that hill called Calvary. Do you hate mankind for what they've done to you? He said, talk of love, not hate. Things to do, it's getting late. I've so little time and I'm just passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I shivered with George Washington one night at Valley Forge. Why do the soldiers freeze here like they do? He said men will suffer, fight, even die for what is right, even though they know they're only passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I was at Franklin Roosevelt's side just a while before he died. Said one world must come out of World War II. Yankee, Russian, white or tan, Lord, a man is just a man. We're all brothers and we're only passing through. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. Thank you so much. Hang me, oh hang me, and I'll be dead and gone. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Wouldn't mind the hanging, laying in the grave so long, poor boy, I've been all around this world. I've been to Cape Girardeau, parts of Arkansas. I've been to Cape Girardeau, parts of Arkansas. Got so goddamn hungry, could hide behind a straw. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. Went up on the mountain, there I made my stand. Went up on the mountain, there I made my stand. Rifle on my shoulder, a dagger in my hand. Oh boy, I've been all around this world. So hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Wouldn't mind the hanging, laying in the grave so long. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. Put the rope around my neck, hung me up so high. Put the rope around my neck, hung me up so high. The last words I heard him say, won't be long before you die. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. So hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Hang me, oh hang me, I'll be dead and gone. Wouldn't mind the hanging, laying in the grave so long. Poor boy, I've been all around this world. Thank you so much. I've been hanging out of town in that low-down rain, watching the time Charlie Francis driving me insane. Down on shady Charlotte Street, the green lights look red. I wish I was back home on the farm in my feather bed. Get myself a rocking chair to see if I can lose thin dimes, hard times, hell on Church Street blues. Found myself a paper friend who's read yesterday's news, folded up page 21 and stuck it in my shoes. Gave me a nickel to the poor, my good turn for the day. Folded up that old billfold and threw it far away. Get myself a rocking chair to see if I can lose thin dimes, hard times, hell on Church Street blues. Wish I had some guitar strings, old black diamond brand. String up this old Martin box and go and join some band. Guess I'll just stay right here, pick and sing a while. Try to make a little change and give them folks a smile. Get myself a rocking chair to see if I can lose thin dimes, hard times, hell on Church Street blues. Get myself a rocking chair to see if I can lose thin dimes, hard times, hell on Church Street blues. Down the road here from me, there's an old holler tree where you lay down $1 or $2. Gone round the bend and come back again, there's a jug full of that good old Mountain Dew. Call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug of that good old Mountain Dew. Mr. Roosevelt told him just how he felt when he heard that the tri-log gone through. Liquor's too ready to swell up your head, better stick to that good old Mountain Dew. Or they call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug of that good old Mountain Dew. By with his head high, stood high, said his wife had come down with the flu. He thought that I ought to sell him a quart of my good old Mountain Dew. Hush up my mug if you fill up my jug of that good old Mountain Dew. Snort, he's sawed off and short, he measures 4 feet 2. Feels like a giant when give him a pint of that good old Mountain Dew. They call it that good old Mountain Dew, and then they refuse it off you. Hush up my mug if you fill up my jug of that good old Mountain Dew. Thank you so much. Dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. In Salt Lake City, Joe, says I'm standing by my bed. They framed you on a murder charge, says Joe, but I ain't dead. Says Joe, but I ain't dead. The copper bosses shot you, Joe. They killed you, Joe, says I. Takes more than guns to kill a man, says Joe, I didn't die. Says Joe, I didn't die. Standing there as big as life, smiling with his eyes, says Joe, what they forgot to kill went on to organize, went on to organize. From San Diego up to Maine, in every mine and mill, where workers strike and organize, it's there you'll find Joe Hill. It's there you'll find Joe Hill. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm about to go away. Cheeks as red as blooming rose, eyes pretty as brown. She's the darling of my heart, she's the sweetest little girl in town. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm about to go away. Wish I had a big fine horse, corn and feed him on. Shady Grove would stay at home and feed him while I'm gone. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm about to go away. When I was a little boy, I wanted a Barlow knife. Now I want little Shady Grove to say she'll be my wife. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm about to go away. I wish I had a guitar string made of golden twine. Every tune I'd play on it, wish the girl were mine. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm about to go away. Kiss from little Shady Grove, as sweet as brandy wine. There ain't no girl in this whole world that's prettier than mine. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love, I'm about to go away. I haven't practiced this, but I'm gonna try to see how fast we can go. Where was you when the train left town? I was standing on the corner with my head hung down. If I had my gun, I'd let the hammer down. Thought I'd shoot that rounder, took my girl from town. Hey, that train that carried my girl from town. Hey, 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 hey. Wish to the Lord that the train would wreck, kill that engineer and break that fireman's neck. And there goes that train, carried my girl from town. If I'd known her number, boy, I'd flag her down. Hey, that train that carried my girl from town. Hey, 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 hey. Rations on the table and the coffee's getting cold, and some dirty rounder took my jelly roll. Hello Central, give me 609. I wanna talk to that woman of mine. Hey, that train that carried my girl from town. Hey, 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 hey. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Can you show me a woman that a man can trust? There goes my girl, somebody bring her back, 'cause she's got her hand in my money sack. Hey, that train that carried my girl from town. Hey, 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 hey. I'm gonna play it like the train's leaving town. About 3 miles from Bethel Yard, and the rivers curve on down. Not far south of Town Depot, Sullivan's shack was found, back on the higher ground. You could see him every day, walking down the line. His old brown sack across his back, with his long hair down behind, speaking his worried mind. Long way to the Delta from the North Georgia hills. A tote sack full of ginseng won't pay no traveling bills. And I'm too old to ride them rails, to thumb that road alone. And guess I'll never make it back to home, my muddy water Mississippi Delta home. Winter's here, they get real cold, and the damp, she makes me ill. Can dig no roots in the mountainside, but the ground froze hard and still. They stay at the foot of the hill. But next summer things turn bright, the companies will pay high. I'll make enough money to pay my bills and bid these mountains goodbye. And then he said with a sigh, it's a long way to the Delta from the North Georgia hills. A tote sack full of ginseng won't pay no traveling bills. And I'm too old to ride them rails, to thumb that road alone. And guess I'll never make it back to home, my muddy water Mississippi Delta home. To the Delta from the North Georgia hills. A tote sack full of ginseng won't pay no traveling bills. And I'm too old to ride them rails, to thumb that road alone. And guess I'll never make it back to home, my muddy water Mississippi Delta home. Thank you so much. When I go back Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor, you come along. You follow me, we'll go down to Galilee. Thank you. How green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. See that crow up in the sky. You don't walk, no, you just fly. You don't walk, you don't run. You keep flapping to the sun. Down the green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Little Miss Jessie going to the ball. Don't you stumble, don't you fall, don't you sing, and don't you shout. When I sing, you come running out. Out the green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Hookah-dooka, soda cracker. Does your mama chew tobacco? If your mama chew tobacco, then hookah-dooka, hookah-dooka, soda cracker, yeah. That's not her favorite line. I'm just kidding, that's the one, you guys all got it! Green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. When I go back, Baltimore, no carpet on my floor, come along, follow me, there's a man in Galilee. How the green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Thank you so much. Go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the towns drift slowly by. Listen to the steel rails humming. That's a hobo's lullaby. Think about tomorrow. Let tomorrow come and go. Tonight you're in a nice warm boxcar, safe from all the wind and snow. So go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the towns drift slowly by. Listen to the steel rails humming. That's a hobo's lullaby. I know the police cause you trouble, and they cause trouble everywhere. When you die and go to heaven, you'll find no policeman there. So go to sleep, you weary hobo. Slowly by. Listen to the steel rails humming. Thank you so much. Just got back from old LA, from Kenmore, where I learned to play them old-time Rubber City blues. Something about that lonesome drive down the inner belt going 65. I'm stuck in them Rubber City blues. I'm working hard just to earn $1, still ain't enough to pay for the water. I've got them Rubber City blues. And all my money's making High Street pretty. 166, can you tell I'm willing to share my Rubber City blues? Don't know how, don't know when, but it's coming round the bend. I could use it now, but soon, my friend, them Rubber City blues will end. Trees keep falling, we keep paying for all these places no one's staying. I call that Rubber City blues. Folks go hungry, we keep paving parking lots and box store havens. I call that Rubber City blues. Winter here, it gets real cold. So many folks without a home will die and turn that Rubber City blue. Mayor's in his nice warm house, his goons kick all the poor folks out, fixed up in their Rubber City blue. I don't know how, I don't know when, but it's coming round the bend. I could use it now, but soon, my friend, them Rubber City blues will end. My guitar, I'll make a path. I'll split the city straight in half. I'm walking down Rubber City blues. So head on down to City Hall. We'll raise our fists and make the call for them to hear our Rubber City blue. If they still don't shape up, we'll wish them well and best of luck, running from them Rubber City blues. If they still don't shape up, wish them well and best of luck, running from them Rubber City blues. I don't know how, I don't know when, but it's coming round the bend. I could use it now, but soon, my friend, them Rubber City blues will end. Don't know how, I don't know when, it's coming round the bend. I could use it now, but soon, my friend, them Rubber City blues will end. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Saturday. So much love to all of you. Thank you, Jenks.
This is good sound waves.
Whatever sounds good.